When you try and do something new, it can feel like the hardest thing in the world. And the reason for that is because it's the unknown. And that is the same for discipline. The reason why the majority of us fail to be disciplined or create some sort of discipline system is because we don't know how. And here are 7 steps to help you how. Number 1 is discipline equals self-love. And what I mean by that is every time you're instilling some kind of discipline within you, if you're trying to build a system of discipline, you need to see how it's going to benefit you. You need to see as it being for the reasons of self-love. So if you're going to the gym, if you need to drink more water, if you need to stop smoking, you need to identify that those things are for your self-love. It's the reasons why you are doing something. It's the reasons why you're implementing this new plan, this new strategy, is because you love yourself. Now, one of the examples that Will Smith gave was eating pizza. Now, if you eat pizza, you feel great for a moment, and then right after the pizza's finished, you finished your drink, your dessert, whatever the case may be, you then start to feel like crap. You've just eaten this pizza, you've devoured it, thinking, you know what, I've got that endorphin hit, and as soon as the come down starts, you feel like rubbish because you're like, I've just ruined my diet, or I've ruined the workout plan that I was on, or I've ruined the diet plan that I was on. And the only way to help you be disciplined is self-love, and self-love equals discipline. Another example is if you're trying to drink more water because the doctor told you to, or you're eating too much sugar and you're pre-diabetic, the only way to help yourself stay disciplined is to tell yourself that you love yourself, you love your body, and you need to start implementing these things to show yourself and show your body that you do actually love it. Number 2 is discipline needs to be part of your identity. And one of the biggest examples of that is Michael Jordan. Every time Michael Jordan lost a game, he would then go harder in the gym to make sure it didn't happen again. That was part of his identity, the winner mentality, his identity. He identified as a winner. The same reason why a lot of your old school friends are still on their mum's sofas or at their parents' house, smoking weed, not doing much with their lives, or just literally rolling out of bed to go do their 9 to 5, coming back home and smoking weed or doing counterproductive things that's not going to help them succeed. It's because their identity has formed from all of their negative behavior and all of the lack of discipline in their lives. Same thing is if you are a self-sabotager, I don't know the word, I'll put it there, the right word. If you self-sabotage, then what will happen is that's what your identity will become. It'll become one that if you are on the road to success, or if you are doing something productive and you put your own sort of roadblock in the way because you tell yourself that, you know, things are going too right for me, there's got to be something up, or, you know, I believe that I can do this to a certain extent and I can't progress. That is you identifying yourself as not a winner, someone that's going to get to a certain place and plateau because you're not capable, which is incorrect. Identifying yourself as a winner, identifying yourself as one who is disciplined, will allow you to be more disciplined. Number 3 is you need to reflect on the environment which made you disciplined. Now, if you went to university and you created your discipline there, you need to try and replicate that environment you were in. So for example, for me, this room here, yes, it has a PlayStation here, which is seen as a distraction, but it's part of my process. So when I'm trying to be more disciplined, I will sit on this side of the room, which has all of my productive stuff on it. It has my laptop, it has my books, it has my writing materials, it has my vision board. It has everything that I need to be productive and stay disciplined. And on this side here, you've got more of the creative fun side. You've got the PlayStation, you've got like my trainer collection, which I look at and try and be more creative with. So this is for work and this is for play. Now, if you go back to your hometown, so for example, when I go back to Aylesbury, I am reminded of the times when I was counterproductive. So a part of me doesn't want to go into certain areas where I remained counterproductive, I wasn't very motivated, but now when I come to Milton Keynes, where I currently live, I can be in an environment where I was the most productive, the ones where I made the best songs that I've ever made. The decisions I've made within this room have been one of the best, or some of the best decisions. For example, my parents' house, in my bedroom there, it was a place where I made some of the best decisions, so I like being in that environment. But going to other places, going to other people's houses, it's sometimes the decisions that I didn't quite like, and I don't want to identify with that specific area. So being able to create an environment which allows you to find your identity, one of discipline, will definitely help you. And like I said, this room is an example of that. Step number 4 is internalizing the threats of not doing. So if you aren't being disciplined, if you're not keeping up with your diet, if you're not keeping up with your gym routine, with your writing routine, with starting your business, you need to internalize those threats and tell yourself, if you don't do anything, nothing will change. There's nothing worse than being stagnant. If you find there's a day where you aren't as creative, then do something else. Go for a walk, try something you've never tried before, start a coloring book, start a puzzle, do something which is going to allow you to be creative mentally, and which is hopefully going to spark that creativity within you. And again, that's how the identity of being creative and disciplined is formed. You need to be able to do something every single day to allow yourself to be disciplined. You need to have a routine of some sort. If you need to break that routine because it's not working that day, that's absolutely fine, but fill it with something productive, something that's going to help you. If you are someone that enjoys being social or whatever, that's absolutely fine, but don't have the whole day of being social and then forgetting about the task at hand. If you need to go and be social for an hour, come back and see if that sparked anything within you. If it isn't, then go do something else that's going to help your productivity. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that you aren't creative, that you aren't able to get out of the bad time that you're currently in. We all are capable of getting out of the stuff that we aren't comfortable with, or something that makes us feel bad, something that doesn't allow us to be as creative and as disciplined as possible. You can do it. You just need to tell yourself that when you aren't being creative, it is a threat to your future and your creativity. So you got this. Number 5 is having a good system in place. And as I touched on in the last point, it was having a routine. Another way of having a good system is allowing yourself to create, again, an environment, create a routine, creating something that will keep you on track. So you might have a reward system in place. So for example, if you work from Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, you're really hustling, you're getting on with what you need to do. One of the rules could be that you get to indulge in an hour of PlayStation, for example. If you are trying to lose weight and you're going really hard at the gym, you're seeing results, one of the rewards you may have, or one of the systems you might like to implement, is maybe having a cheat meal on one of the days, on either the Saturday or the Sunday, to keep yourself sane, to keep yourself going, to keep yourself on track. Because there's nothing worse than going cold turkey with a diet. 9 times out of 10 it doesn't work. One of the things that really worked for me is when I was overweight, I left university, I was like 18 stones, and that was just eating takeaway all the time. It was eating ice cream, it was eating all these mad things, and I implemented intermittent fasting into my diet, and I allowed myself one cheat day. So for the whole week I would fast from 8 p.m. to 2 p.m. the next day, and then I'd have an eating window of 6 hours. In that 6 hours I consumed the calories that I needed to lose weight, so it was around 15 to 1800. And then one day a week I was allowed a cheat day. So that day I would eat whatever I wanted, I wouldn't track, but then for 24 hours I would fast until the next day. So I would try and finish eating around 4 to 6 p.m. on the cheat day, and then the next day around 4 to 6 p.m. I would eat again, so a full 24 hours. That is a system that works with dieting, but there are other things, resources online which you can go check out, that will help you create some kind of system which will help you stay disciplined. Tip number 6 is you need some kind of method to keep it sustainable. So what I meant by going cold turkey in the point before is you don't want to go cold turkey. If you, for example, like eating chocolate, you don't just cut out chocolate totally, because that is where you relapse and start eating chocolate again. Chocolate is a drug, sugar is a drug. So what you need to do is you need to wean yourself off of it, or you need to allow yourself an indulgence here and there. So if you are on a strict diet, or you want to go on a strict diet, you want to cut down your chocolate consumption. For example, if you're eating a whole bar a day, like I can use an example of like a dairy milk. So if you're eating like one of those big 500 gram bars or whatever they are, if you are eating the whole bar, why not take a few pieces off a day and eat that after your dinner, for example. Like slowly wean yourself off. That's the only way you're going to allow yourself the best advantage to start being more disciplined. The cold turkey approach for some strong-minded people, strong individuals, it can work, but 9 times out of 10 you tend to relapse and go back to your old ways. So I think what needs to happen is you need to have a system of sustainability. If you're going to the gym every single day, you will burn out. If you're trying to write and be creative every single day and force it, you'll burn out. So you need to have practical steps in place to keep that sustainability up. So if you are going to the gym every day and you feel fatigued by Friday, maybe cut it down to 4 times a week. So maybe on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then maybe like a Saturday evening to give yourself the Sunday off, and then you're back on it on Monday. There's loads of different steps that you can take to keep your discipline sustainable. I would definitely advise you to do so. Number 7, last but not least, is repetitions. What you can do to give you a long-lasting result of discipline is to do it every single day. Implement discipline into your life every single day. And discipline is not something you just introduce once and then that's it. It's a lifestyle change. So if you want to you should replace the word discipline with lifestyle. Lifestyle is where everything happens. It's thinking of yourself as I am this person, not I'm this person temporarily to get to where I need to be. A lifestyle change is telling yourself that this is my life now. This is how things are going to happen, and this is how things are going to be. And if I don't do this, I won't get to where I need to be. I won't get to the position of self-love, as I mentioned earlier on in the video. You need to have a lifestyle change. Anything that you're doing incorrectly, anything that you're doing that you want to change, it's not discipline, it's a lifestyle change. Guys, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped. I know people are finding it tough beginning of the new year to implement these things, but it is as simple as the steps that I've just mentioned. Of course, there's resources online as well. I don't have any specifics in mind, but if you literally type in lifestyle change or discipline, there's loads of stuff you can find online. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to share and subscribe to the channel. All of my socials are in the description box below. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace and love. Take care.